right away with new brand ambassador orientation. So, this is just going to be a quick 15-ish minutes about getting started with your Plexus business. I'll just introduce myself. My name is Emily Lothertt, and I am going to just give you a few quick over tips. If you guys want to take notes, I highly suggest it. I do have a couple of things that you can write down. But we'll just get right into it. So, step number one, if you are taking notes, is to create a goal and to have a reason why you're doing this, right? So, obviously, we want the income, right? We're all looking at the income of what Plexus can provide for us and how glamorous that looks, right? But with this quote unquote job, I like to treat this as a job, but with this job, we don't necessarily have a boss telling us what to do. We don't really punch in and punch out and have like a daily task list, right? With this job, you really have to have a motivator deep down inside you. I know it sounds a little bit cheesy, but to have a reason why you want to wake up and do this every single day, right? What is your reason why? So I'll give you a little bit of a story. When I started back in August of 2018, so almost 7 years ago. And the biggest thing for me, I was working a desk job at that time, and I was working like 40, 50, 60 hours a week, insane stuff. I was pregnant with my first, and all I wanted to do was quit my job and stay at home with my baby. And Plexus was it for me. I was like, oh my gosh, these numbers are amazing. I could totally do this. I'm going to quit my job. So I worked really, really hard. I woke up early. I stayed up late. I worked on my lunch breaks while I was working my desk job. I was doing all of the things because I had this big reason why I wanted to do this and a huge goal of making an impact on my financial situation, right? So I always encourage everyone to write out some big goals, right? Write out some big things that are making you cry. We always say like have a why that makes you want to cry, right? So have a goal, have a why, use that to motivate you, and use it to help you push forward in this. So with visualizing the income or with visualizing, I want to show you guys the income opportunities, right? So this month right now on the left side of the screen, these are the income opportunities if you are brand spanking new. So if you're brand spanking new, can you say like me in the chat or something? If you're brand spanking new, maybe you referred one person, maybe you went silver last month. Type it in the chat. But these numbers are for you. This is called our fast start bonuses. This includes rank bonuses. This is it. Like refer 17 people. Everyone knows 17 people, especially when you're getting started. You get your mom, your sister, a coworker, your husband, your neighbor. Da, da, da. I just listed off like 5 people, right? Easy peasy. $1,625. That's insane, right? So this is for you to print out if you are brand new, put it on your fridge and visualize these income opportunities, right? So on the right side of the screen, these are the monthly averages at each rank, right? So the very first rank is silver, right? And you can see how much on average a silver is earning, right? All the way down to diamond, which is our top rank in the company, right? These are averages, so it's based off of obviously highs and lows, but these are some numbers to really get excited about. And I know that some of these can be life-changing for people. And for me, it has been extremely life-changing. Full transparency here. I have 2 accounts with Plexus. There's a whole lot of really cool things at Plexus. You can double dip into things later on in your Plexus business. But I have a dual diamond account. Like I have 2 diamond accounts. So you can do the math on that one. But visualize these things. And that's exactly what I did. When I first started, I started exactly where you were. I referred my first person, which was my husband, and I said, I'm going to be a diamond someday. And let alone did I know that I was going to be a double diamond someday. And it's just been insane. So visualize, 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 set those goals, never lose sight of them. That's my spiel on that. So with working with our goals, every month we do something, well, every day we do something about what it's called morning rounds. And this is something that our team has created ourselves. And actually, a lot of Plexus has adopted because it works so well. So every month we want to try to get as many people purchasing these products and helping people even develop their own businesses, right? So this is going to help you navigate your entire month looking in your back office and visualizing for all the things that you want to do, right? So get with your sponsor about this. I know this is a little bit confusing, especially if you're brand new, but the people who are doing these morning rounds are the people who we see moving up ranking up, getting those big paychecks, all of the things, right? So talk to your sponsor about getting this morning rounds. It's that template right in the middle. She can help you fill this out for the first couple of weeks of your journey and how to navigate all of these things, and you'll get the hang of it really, really quickly. But basically, it's just keeping your eyes on the prize and knowing what's going on with your customers and how you're going to get to your rank goals, your money goals, your whatever goals, right? So another thing that goes hand in hand with our morning rounds is what we call mapping. So just like getting to a goal, we have to figure out how we're going to get from point A to point B. Just like if we were to travel, and we need a map, right? So this is just for sake of example. I'm looking in my back office and I have so many customers in there right now that I am projected at 24 points based off of their orders, right? And my goal, I want to rank up to senior silver, which is 50 points. So I need 5 orders to get from 24 to 50, right? That's how I'm going to get from point A to point B. So what are my 5 orders going to come from? This is how we map. Super, super simple. Who are my 5 orders going to come from, right? My aunt, Heather, Allison has a credit card decline. I'm going to have her fix that. That counts as an order. And then my friend Marie, she wants to go silver. So she's going to do mom, sister, and her best friend, right? And then I just created a silver, and that was 6 orders in my back office. So now I just went above and beyond my goal. Do you see how mapping works? Super, super simple, right? And this is something that you should be working on almost every single day in your business. Even if you're brand spanking new, I want to see a map of like 100 people that you can talk to, right? You're brand new. You can list out 100 people that you can talk to this month about Plexus. And if you do before the 15th, right, there's the free reset. That's a huge, huge deal. And the $1 membership. All right, so number 2, if you're taking notes, is to use your sponsor. She is going to be there to help you with all of the things, right? One thing that we like to do on our team is called 3-way chats. I know it sounds a little silly, but it works so well. Your sponsor will get into a chat with your prospects, and we kind of call it on-the-job training, where she'll show you how she talks to people, how she asks them about their health goals, how she recommends products and shares testimonies with them, how she can even sign them up, right? She can help you develop a link to sign them up, and then all of the follow-up work that goes with it, all of the things. She can help you with the on-the-job training in these 3-way chats. But then also, you might be in a 3-way chat with her and maybe her sponsor, right? So that's a 3-way chat, and that's where your business is going to happen. You guys are going to talk about all of the things that you're working on. That's where you're going to send your morning rounds. That's where you're going to send your map, and they're going to help you with literally every single thing, every step, every single day, right? So use your sponsor, talk to her every single day, get into your 3-way chat, set up 3-way chat so she can help you seal the deal with your customers. She can help you with all the other things like follow up, the goal setting, mindset work, troubleshooting, blah, 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 blah. All right. Step number 3 is to be consistent. So getting into those 3-way chats, like I said, being consistent and talking to your sponsor, being consistent in that goal setting that I mentioned, and doing the morning rounds that I mentioned. And the more that you do those morning rounds, I know it looks kind of overwhelming at first. The more you do it, the easier it gets. Like I know people can get them done in like literally 2 minutes, like wham, bam, done, right? Especially if you know what you're doing and you know your maps and all of that stuff, it comes really easily. So being consistent in all of those things, but then also being consistent in posting and sharing and talking about Plexus, right? Sharing about the income opportunity and the products, being consistent in those things so people know that you have to offer this. If you just share that you're making this pink drink once, and then you try to share it like a month later, they're gonna be like, oh, she is still doing that kind of thing, right? So that, and then being consistent in your follow-up and making sure that your customers are happy with their products, that's gonna keep them ordering every single month, and you get paid every single month they order, right? So we want happy customers. All right, so a little bit more on posting and sharing. We have resource pages with all kinds of ideas for you to post. We have content for you to post. We have graphics. We have testimonies. We have all the things like story slides, all the things. So you don't even have to go out there and make all kinds of things. We have it done for you. So your sponsor can show you how to get into the appropriate Facebook pages to get all of these things. And I'll feature a few of them in a minute. But use your resource pages. and then use, to post them. Another thing that I recommend is to follow somebody who inspires you. Follow some people on our team. I'll just give a shout out to Maddie. She is one of our newest emeralds the last couple of months. And she shares Plexus really well. And she shares both the products and the income opportunity. So she is trying to attract both of those things into her, both of those things to her so she can develop her team. Hence why she is an emerald, right? She's already developed an awesome team. And then she's also getting customers to her too. They're seeing the products that she's sharing. So she's also really good at this. You guys should go follow her. Sorry, Betty. You're going to get a lot of new followers. But she's really good at showing her face and talking on stories or doing whatever, right? Show your face so people have something to relate to. If they're seeing you just post graphic after graphic after graphic, it just kind of gets boring and then they start clicking through, right? So show your face, get comfortable showing your face and talking on screen. I was one of them. I was terrified in the beginning. Promise you, you get used to it after you do it a while. The biggest thing for me, I'll give you guys this tip. I always give this tip on this call is what I started doing is I would have my pink drink and I would make it like showing my face in the screen, put some music over it for the first couple of times you do it, maybe some text saying like it helps balance my hormones, gets rid of inflammation, my gut, blah, blah, blah. And then once you get used to having your face on there after a couple of times, start talking, right? And do that every single day. And then there's people are going to start asking, what is that pink drink that you keep talking about that helps you with your inflammation? I promise you, people will ask you. So just get used to your face being on there and make your pink drink. Everyone makes their pink drink every day, right? Just make your pink drink on your stories and people are going to start asking about it, I promise. Anyway, so there's other ideas that you can post. First post testimonies, business opportunities. Like I said, making your pink drink. You can feature products of the week or whatever. We have all kinds of content that you guys can get this from. So another thing, this is step number 4, if you're taking notes, to be a part of our community. So I've already talked about your sponsor a lot, maybe your sponsor, using our three-way chats, but all of our little teams here on the collective, the whole team, we have like team chats. We have all of our team pages. We have these Zoom calls that you can get plugged into. So definitely ask your sponsor which ones are appropriate for you to be in and use them to your advantage. Use them to collaborate with the other team, cheer people on. And then when you get a new VIP, people are going to cheer you on. Don't be afraid of the chats. This is where, promos are going to be announced or other kinds of resources that we might have. You can ask questions, you can be interactive. We cheer people on, like I said, and then they're going to cheer you on. So dive into these communities and dive into these chats and use them to like hold yourselves accountable, right? Like you're going to be put into a chat of people at your level and you can level up with them and it makes it super fun, right? So then I also want to just put the plug of all of our Zoom calls that we have. This is the calendar of all of our upcoming Zooms. So tomorrow night is our Meet Plexus one. You can plug all of your people into the Meet Plexus Zoom call, and Jen or Marianne, whoever is running the one tomorrow, they will seal the deal for your people, and they'll even talk to them about the income opportunity, right? So using these Zoom calls to your advantage is a plug and play system, right? Plug your people in. Just like maybe you plugged into the new VIP before this call, plug people in. They're getting all of their resources. They're getting repetition of resources and information, and then they're getting on to the next call, and then they're developing their own teams and stuff like that. So these systems really, really do work, and we have amazing resources. So you can screenshot that, or you can find it in the collective Facebook page as a resource for you to use. So talking about some of our resources on Facebook, this is our Grow Collective Facebook page. This is our business resource hub. So write that down. Grow Collective is our business resources. This is for anyone doing the business. This is where you can find all of those graphics I talked about, your story slides, anything shareable at this point. This is where you can find those morning round templates, onboarding systems, how to map. The weekly Zoom invites are on here, posting ID, like this has everything in it, right? And I would encourage you to go in here and go into the Start Here post. I have it highlighted over here on the side of the screen. Start here. If your sponsor didn't tag you in this post, go into here. And if you click on this link right here, I don't know if you can see my cursor, this Simple Start System Flipbook. this is where you want to start, right? You can click on this and it's actually going to show you this page. And it's a step-by-step guide on getting started with your business, right? And all of these links are clickable and it's going to walk you through all of the systems and where you need to be and some templates and the Zoom calls. It's beautiful, you guys. It's beautiful. So go into that Start Here post in the Grow Collective Facebook page and start clicking around. Start reading all the content and clicking around, downloading these things, and this is really going to set you up for success. So step number 5, this is the last step that I have for you guys, is to learn the back office. And this doesn't need to be an overwhelming thing. I know the back office is its own little beast, but I promise you that once you start kind of clicking around, you can't really mess up anything. You will figure it out very quickly, right? And this is where you're going to see your customers. You can track their orders. This is where you're going to get the information for filling out your morning rounds template and for your mapping. But most importantly, keeping track of your customers and what they're doing with their products, right? So I'm just going to highlight a little bit of like what this kind of looks like. This is a super overview. I know it's overwhelming. Just take a deep breath. But this is going to show you your customers, like who they are, right? What level they are to you. If you have any level twos or if you have a team that you're starting to develop, this is going to show the points, right? The points is very important towards your rank up. Their PV for their order, when they joined, their order status. You're going to be paying attention to this. You can see that this person already ordered, so it's giving me 6 points, right? And then when their subscriptions are running and all of that jazz. All of these things are clickable, so you can see what's going on and you can kind of play with things. But like I said, you can't mess anything up. Just get in there and start playing around with your back office and see where people are and who's doing what and who's ordering what, so you can get used to keeping track of your customers. All right, so if you want to just like screenshot this last slide, totally can. This is just kind of an essentials checklist of all of the things that I went over. The best thing to start with is to start talking to your friends, getting them to sign up, your mom, your bestie, your spouse, a coworker, your neighbor, all of the people in your life, all of your ride or die, right? Writing out those goals, making the list, getting on social media, getting with your sponsor, getting in the resources, all of the things. So I'll give you a second to screenshot that one. It's just kind of an overview of all of the things that I went over and a good way or a good place to get started. So I know that was a lot and I went pretty fast, but thank you so much for being here. I am so, so, so excited for all of you guys and your journey with this and to see where you guys land with all of your goals. And welcome. Thank you for being here and hope you guys have a good night.